So this Chase woman loses her life savings due to fraud. And she's reportedly not able to get it back simply because she did not report the fraud that she clearly didn't know about within 30 days. She is a Chase. She is a Chase customer, Chase Bank customer. And I guess that's one of their rules and regulations. If you don't report the fraud within 30 days, you don't get your money back. And she lost her life savings due to it. So she's talking about it. Hopefully we could all learn from this, get a better understanding, and see what's going on out there with these scams, schemes, and frauds. All right, let's watch this, y'all. Let me know what y'all think. It's Ricky Rich with Black Primacy. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on your notifications.
Bonds, when was the last time you checked the balance of your savings account? If you haven't looked for a while, your bank may not have your back if there's fraud on your account. This is a lesson one Calumet Heights woman learned the hard way, unfortunately. PJ Randhawa shares the story.
I worked my butt off.
For 18 years, Courtney White was a sergeant with the Markham Police Department, and that's where she got her nickname.
I was the overtime queen at work, so all my overtime money went into my savings for my family.
To help those savings grow, Courtney set up a Chase bank account in 2001 with no debit card and no checks.
I deliberately had my savings account set up where I would have to walk into the bank to make transactions.
And that's what Courtney did every month for years to withdraw money for her son's allowance.
How much money had been in there up until that point?
Probably about $100,000, between 80 and 100.
But one day in the fall of 2022, Courtney heard the words many of us dread: insufficient funds. For the first time in months, she checked her account balance.
There were daily withdrawals, probably two to four every day, thousands of dollars.
She learned someone had been impersonating her, withdrawing a total of $87,000 from her Chase account, mostly in person at this Chase branch on 103rd Street. It happened for more than a year.
If you look at all of the withdrawal slips, you can clearly see the difference in the handwriting. So I don't know how they couldn't catch that.
Courtney filed a police report and has filed several fraud claims with Chase Bank since then, but all of them denied. The reason? Chase said she hadn't reported the fraud within 30 days of receiving her statement.
Somebody should have recognized that this is an outrageous amount of transactions every day. There should have been some sort of alert. I've never banked like that. And like I said, I've had Chase for 20 years.
NBC5 Response took a closer look at that Chase Bank branch on 103rd. Chicago police records show more than half a dozen Chase customers who used this branch reported unauthorized withdrawals on their accounts within the past few years. The scenarios described, all similar to Courtney's. The data also gave us more insight into what else was happening inside this Chase branch. We found more than a dozen Chase customers reported they were robbed or scammed while using the ATM inside the branch. Also frustrating, when it came to Courtney's case, she said Chase wouldn't provide any surveillance video to show who was making all of those withdrawals. In a statement, a Chase Bank spokesperson told NBC5 Response it reviewed Ms. White's case from 3 years ago and has not reversed its decision. In response to our questions about all the police reports filed at Courtney's Chase branch, they would only say the safety of our employees and customers is our top priority, and our security team works closely with local law enforcement to monitor and ensure that. But as a result of losing her life savings, Courtney says she had to make the heartbreaking decision to take her son out of private school.
I worked hard for that money. And that's what I did for a living, help people who are victims of crimes, fraud, and here I became a victim myself.
Here are some key takeaways. Make it a habit to check the balance on all your bank accounts. Like Chase, your bank may require you to file a fraud claim for suspicious charges within 30 days of receiving your account statement. Set up balance or transaction alerts for your accounts, even the ones you don't use very often. PJ Randhawa, NBC5 Responds.
Yeah, someone needs to take a better look into that. First, I can say that while I dislike it because I've been in situations where I I would have liked to have gotten the footage. I do understand that a lot of the times places will not provide the footage to protect the criminal in a sense, right? Because the criminal could be someone that you recognize, someone that you know, or even if it isn't someone that you know, but it's someone that you recognize walking out the door or something, right? And then that can lead to a whole another situation, right? So while I do understand that, uh, I understand the feeling of like y'all got the footage and I want to see who's been robbing me, right? Um, but uh, in my opinion, this definitely was an inside job based on how everything was set up. Um, it looks like because her account had little to no activity, they probably did not think that the account owner was even alive anymore. Is my guess. Um, uh, or that it was just not, it was never going to be monitored to any extent. So they were probably, taking a little bit of money here and there, and then they just got carried away. And it's definitely just there's so much evidence that it's an inside job. With the fact that there were what they say 4 others or 6 other incidents at that same branch. Like, to me, it's clear as day. Um, I don't know what legal action she can take, but it seems like she should be able to take something. I don't know. I'm not a I'm not a lawyer, and so I don't try to be. But this is just messed up. You know, this is just messed up. It's messed up. You know, I couldn't even imagine, like, that's not a small piece of change, especially being that she worked as long as she did to save it up, um, and clearly needed it for her for her children's education at the very least, right? Um, yeah, that's messed up. That is messed up, and I don't even know what I mean. I guess yeah, you could, I have to be honest. I don't check my accounts as much as as much as I don't know. They say you should, right? What do they say? It says, oh, it just says check the balance on all of your bank. I mean, I naturally check my accounts, is what it is. I'm at least once a week. I'm going in to move money around, transfer money, send money. Uh, quite often enough to where if I get in there and I see something off, I'm gonna know, So I guess, check your bank accounts, but I mean, yeah, I mean, I guess that's the only thing you can do. But still, 30 days still isn't really long enough for some people who literally, they just putting their money away. I mean, and the thing is, she had a really good setup. That her setup for not spending the money that she saved is excellent, right? I don't have a card attached. I don't have a checking checks attached to the account. The only way I can get money is by going in, showing my ID, and pulling out cash. And I think that is an excellent way to save money. So she did the right thing, but doing that seemed to have, bit her in the butt at the end. That's yeah, but only because of fraud, not for anything else, And it just sucks because even when you're doing everything right, you can still have some, low life come in and throw your whole plan off. So yeah, y'all be careful out there. This is somewhat of a wake up call to me because like I said, I don't intentionally check the balances of my bank accounts. I don't go in and do the math. I really don't even look at the transactions. unless something looks off. So definitely a wake up call for myself. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think. All right, it's Ricky Rich with Black Primacy. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on your notifications.